Welcome all for today's database management system online session number 22 of second semester BCA affiliated to Kuvempu University. So dear students, in today's session number 22 we are going to cover the topic definition of ordinality and what do we mean by specialization. So before moving on to our today's session, let us have a short recap of our previous session. So dear students, I think you all remember in our previous session, our entirely class was learning about what do we mean by mapping cardinality or cardinality ratios there. So when we are dealing with your relational database management systems, when we are discussing a particular specific problem in terms of relationships, in terms of attributes and in terms of entities there, then very important thing is we need to identify what are the things which are going to actively participate in that. So in order to identify the participation happening there, we have learnt in our previous session, we have a concept called as cardinality ratios there. And even in our previous session, we have learned the 4 different types of cardinality ratios. I think you all remember that was 1 to 1, 1 to many to many, and many to 1. Yes, with that understanding of our cardinality ratios, dear students, let's start today's topic and we'll get introduced to the concept called as ordinality and specialization. The learning objectives of today's online session is to understand the definition of ordinality and to understand the definition of a specialization. The session outcome is the student will be able to understand what do we mean by an ordinality by definition and specialization in our relational database management system. So now, dear students, let us start with this definition of this ordinality there. See, this ordinality, this is also something which is related to your participation between two different entities, or the number of relationship one entity is going to have with another. So on that basis we are learning a new concept called as what? Ordinality there. So now let us have a standard definition of this ordinality there. See, ordinality is the minimum number of times an instance in one entity can be associated with an instance in the related entity there. See here, if you want to understand this ordinality, you have to be very clear about the two terms there. One is what do we mean by an entity and what do we mean by an instance of an entity there. So entity, already you know that in a relational database management system, or if I tell in very simple terms in an ER diagram or a ER model, that is entity relationship model or entity relationship diagram there. So the different tables, to be in a simpler word, though can be called as what? Entities. For example, you have seen the student or the university database management system there, where the different entities were the student and courses, the department there, and so on. Or if you take as an example a company there also you had different entities like an employee or a department there, salary, and so on there. See, I think now you remember an examples for an entity there. See, now you have a relationship between two entities there. Now based on how the instances of an entity is going to participate in a particular relation, we define this term called as ordinality. See, if I consider an entity like student, you can have instances of that student entity there. For example, if one student is going to participate from the student entity, then we call it as one instance there. In the same way, if more than one, for example 10 students are going to participate in any of the relationship from the entity student, then we have a 10 instances there. So I think you are clear about this entity and you are very clear about by the term called as instances of an entity there. See here, when we are going to define something about an ordinality, you should keep into mind, here we are speaking about the number of instances from an entity which is going to be associated with instances in the related entity there. Okay, are you clear about this? Now let us read again the definition of this ordinality. See, this ordinality, it refers to what? It is the minimum number of times. I think you can understand. Minimum number of times what an entity in an instance in one entity can be associated with an instance in the related entity. That is here, the minimum number of times the instance in an entity which can be associated with an instance in the related entity, that particular thing we are going to define as what? Ordinality. So remember, dear students, don't get confused. Cardinality is different and this ordinality is little bit different. The same thing, but here the minimum number of times is the important thing. So if you are really focused on identifying the minimum number of times the instance in an entity is going to be associated, then you are going to speak about something called as what? Ordinality. I think you have understood. Okay. So now let us move on to understand some of the concepts in this ordinality. So as already I have defined what do we mean by an ordinality. It refers to the minimum number of instances, minimum number of times and instances in one entity that can be associated with an instance in the related entity there. See, in the last class you learnt about the cardinality, isn't it? There you have seen how to represent the cardinality in terms of one to one, or it may be one to many, or it may be many to one, or it may be many to many. You have seen how to diagrammatically represent the one-to-one cardinality or any form of the cardinality there. So now in this slide, dear students, I have put the figure which is going to depict you the styling of the line and its endpoints with respect to the cardinality and the ordinality, according to the style which you are going to choose in your ER diagrams there. See, if you want to represent 1, then you will be writing this particular symbol like this. Can you see here? If you are going to represent a straight line with an horizontal line, vertical line, then it is been represented as 1 there. If you want to represent your many, then at the end you will be having 3 lines like this. Okay. So if you want to represent 1 and only 1, none other than 1, I cannot have an instance there, then you are going to put a straight line with the 2 vertical lines there. Okay, so if you want to represent 0 or 1, can you see here 0 or 1, you will be putting a circle plus symbol. In the same way, for 1 to many, you are going to use what? A symbol, a vertical line followed by 3 lines. At the last, you can see here you have 0 or many. See, dear students, this particular slide which is going to depict the styling of line and its endpoint according to the chosen notation style for your cardinality as well as your ordinality. I think the students, now you are very clear about what do you mean by cardinality, and you have got an idea about what do we mean by ordinality. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಎಂಟಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿನ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಅದರದ ಜೊತೆ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಆರ್ಡಿನಾಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿರೋ ಈ ಒಂದು 6 ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ there. So I think now you are very clear about this ordinality. Now let us have a definition of another concept called as specialization. See, when we speak about a relational system there, this specialization, aggregation, this cardinality, ordinality, they are going to play a vital role there. So now, dear students, let us now understand what do we mean by a term called as a specialization. So to define, I can tell that, see, a group of entities will be divided into subgroups based upon their characteristics there. So this we call it as what? Specialization. This we call it as what? Specialization. So specialization ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಸುಮಾರು ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸಬ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಬ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1, 2 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 3. ಆ ಸಬ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ದಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ನ ಒಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸಬ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಿ, ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ನು ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ಜನರಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ can be identified as a student and a teacher. If you take a single entity or a bigger entity called as a person, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು 2 ಸಬ್ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್, ಈವನ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಟೀಚರ್ ದೇರ್. ಸಿ, ಬೋತ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಇಸ್ಂಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಹೌದು ತಾನೆ? ಒಂದು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಟೀಚರ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಇಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನ್ ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅವನ ರೋಲ್ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಟೀಚ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. He is supposed to give some knowledge for the students in particular system. For example, you can take me myself. I am a person, my name is Dr. Shoaib Ahmed, and now my job is to teach you people. So now I can be specialized as a teacher there, isn't it? Now you can take yourself, you are all person only, but now your characteristics is to learn, your characteristics is to get some knowledge there, isn't it? So now you can be characterized as what? Student then, because you are going to get enrolled for a particular university, you're going to get enrolled for a particular college there, and you're going to get enrolled for a particular course like BCA there. See, based on these characteristics, you are being specialized or subdivided into an entity called as what? Student there. ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಒಂದು ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್. ಸಿ, ನೀವು ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ನ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವೊಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೇಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದೇನು ಅಂದರೆ ಈಸಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್? ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್? ಈಸಿ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ವಾ? ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈಸಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ರೆಕ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಕಾಣ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್? ಆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಏನು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ ಇದು? ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸತಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಎ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಸಬ್ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು sub entities or subgroups there based on some characteristics. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? we call it as what? Specialization. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತೊಗೊಳೋಣ. ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದೇರ್. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ತೊಗೊಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಸರ್ಜನ್, ಆಸ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂರೋಸರ್ಜನ್, or as a dentist there, or as a gynecologist there, isn't it? See, this gynecologist, the dentist, or a neurosurgeon, all these three are what? They are doctors only, but based on their specific characteristics they have been specialized here, isn't it? So that is the example number 2 for your understanding of your concept called as what? Specialization. ಸೊ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ? ನಾವೊಂದು ಜನರಲ್ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಒಂದು ಎಂಟಿಟಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ಅದರದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸಬ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸಬ್ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಮಾಡೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ನ ನಾವೇನೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಜನರಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ನಾವು DBMS ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಲೇಷನಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ನಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಚಿತ್ರ ಇದು ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಬರೆದು ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ಬರೀತೀರಾ? ಈಸ್ ಎ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್, ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್, or a person is a teacher. In the same way, doctor is a, or you can tell in a vice versa also, dentist is a doctor. In the same way you can tell there what? A gynecologist is a doctor, isn't it? Artha aitalva? So I think you are very clear about the concept called as what? Specialization. So dear students, I think ಇವತ್ತಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 22 ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have got introduced, or we have got understanding of two important terminology. One is ordinality and the second one is what? Your specialization. See, ಈ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈವನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಎ ಟಾಪ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್. ಎಂಥ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡತ್ತಿದ್ದು? ಟಾಪ್ ಡೌನ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಬ್ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ತರ್ತೀವಲ್ವ, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಟಾಪ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ವೈಸ್ ವರ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನರಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ನೌ ಟೆಲ್ ಮೀ ಆ ಜನರಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲೋ ವಿಚ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್? ಎಸ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಅ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಅಪ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ದೇ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಸಮರೈಸ್ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟುಡೇ ಸೆಷನ್ ದೇ. ಸೊ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್, ಆರ್ಡಿನಾಲಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? Yes, it's correct. It is the minimum number of times an instance in one entity can be associated with an instance in the related entity. Okay, specialization andre eno? It is a top down approach in which the higher level entity is divided into multiple specialized lower level entities. ಸಿ, ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಈಗ ನಾ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಟಾಪ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಹೈಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿನ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹೇಗೆ? ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಲೋವರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳಿ? ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋವರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಲೋವರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಇಫ್ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಸಬ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಟೀಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನೀವೊಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೈಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ? ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ನ್ಯೂರೋಸರ್ಜನ್, ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಎ ಡೆಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್, or it may be a gynecologist, or it may be an ortho guy, anything it may be. Understood? See, in addition to sharing the attributes of the higher level entity, these lower level entities have specific attributes of their own. This is true, isn't it? ಸೊ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಆಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟಲ್ಲೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದರೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, isn't it? ಈಗ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ಸು ಟೀಚರಿಗೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದರೆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟೀಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗೋ ಟೀಚರ್ ಐ ಡಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಿರಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮರೈಸ್ಡ್ ಅವರ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ದ ಸೆಷನ್ ಸಮ್ಮರಿ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಡಿನಾಲಿಟಿ and specialization. So dear students, you have not learnt only the definition, but also we have seen some examples also. So dear students, for your further references you can refer two more books authored by, one by the Nawate, and the title of the book is Fundamentals of Database System. You can refer the 5th edition by your AW Publications, or you can even refer the book titled Database System Concepts, authored by Karth and Sudarshan. You can refer their 4th edition from your McGraw-Hill publication.